Look, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to share something with you real fast. A lot of people send us messages through Messenger and whatnot, and I love it all. Let me be the first to tell you thank you so much to those of you that send me the messages and the videos and tell me to pass them on and things of that nature. I love it so much. It's really uplifting at times, and it inspires you and encourages you, gives you an extra boost. So I get all that. I like it, right? But let me say something to you, because it was weighing on me a little bit, and I was like, I need to say something about it. You have to be careful what you allow people to speak over your life. And I know we pass these little chain messages around and things, and just by you reading it, you're accepting it into your circumference. You're accepting it, and you got to be careful, okay? Because God has to prepare you to accept certain things. If what somebody says to you does not jump out to you as a confirmation, like somebody might say something and then you be like, oh my goodness, I was just thinking about that. I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. Okay, that's kind of confirmation. It's kind of like just the start of the conversation that you were having with somebody else, or the thought that was going through your head, and then somebody came and confirmed that to you through a message or whatever. Okay, God has prepared you for that. And I get the preparation part of it from when the earth was very brand new. It was very young, and there was no one to till the ground. Well, it hadn't rained or anything, right? So there was no one to till the ground. So what God did was he made Adam. Adam's job was to work the ground, because the book says there was nobody to till the ground. So God created Adam. All right? In other words, before God could rain upon the earth, and the rain gives the increase. It's the nutrient that the plants and all of that need in order to grow and be productive. So before God could allow the plants to grow and be as productive as they could be, he needed somebody to prepare the ground. Okay, that was Adam. And you see, when Jesus was coming, what was John the Baptist? John the Baptist prepared the way, right? Okay, so God never does things without preparing us to receive it. You see what I'm saying? So the confirmation you might get, that's you're being prepared beforehand by God so that you receive it. So if somebody sends you a message or anything doesn't jump out at you, you have to be careful. Because God is not going to allow you to receive something into your life that he's going to have to turn around later on and rid you of. Can I just say that to you again? He's not going to allow you to receive something into your life that he is going to have to come back later on and rid you of, because it caused you more harm than good. So be very careful when people are these prophecies over your life. And one of the easiest, most receptive prophecies is financial. If somebody tell you money is coming or something like that, you like, oh yeah, because who doesn't need money, right? So anybody tells you anything about money, or they tell you something about these relationships or things like that, it's like material stuff, then I'm kind of wary of that a little bit too, because the first thing I think in my head, okay, is how does any of this benefit God? How is you getting money going to benefit God's kingdom? And I mean, let's just be real. Because if God gave you $1 million right now and said, give it all back, are we really going to give it all back? Man, we're going to pay off some bills. We're going to make sure the credit got straight. We're going to hit somebody off with a little bit of money so they ain't got to be worried about nothing. And then we're going to give God 10%. You know what I mean? Like, we might not even give them 100 grand up front. We might give them 10% after what we done spent out. And we got, you. How many of us really have that Abraham attitude? Like, will you really come bring God your only Isaac? Would you really do that? So, you know, how does any of this that you're speaking over my life uplift the kingdom of God? I mean, immediately. How does my blessing immediately benefit the kingdom of God here on earth? And see, if there's a question in that, like it might benefit it later on. Like if I take the blessing and do this with it and do that with it, then I can benefit God. That's not God. That's not how he operates. If you pay attention to what Elijah said when he was battling against the prophets of Baal, watch his prayer. That's why they brought him up. That's why he got brought up later on in the New Testament, and they talked about his prayer being the effectual fervent prayer. Okay? And it wasn't this specific prayer, because what they was talking about was the prayer that he prayed to, you know, make it stop raining, you know, for a matter of time. But the prayer that I want to bring up to you right now is the prayer that he prayed when he was battling against those prophets of Baal. And he said specifically, I know that you hear me when I pray, but that these people might know that thou art God and God only. See, that prayer immediately brings God honor and glory. And what happened? God answered. God answered him. Did he not? God answered him because that was an effective prayer. How does your prayer, how does what somebody's speaking over your life immediately bring God glory? If it doesn't, you should be very careful of allowing that message, that prophecy to be accepted into your life. Okay? I just wanted to drop that on you. I hope that it will do you some good, because I want to speak something over your life. You know what I want to speak over your life? I want to speak that God's voice rings loud in your ear like a bullhorn. I want to speak that when God speaks, something in your skin gives you chill bumps. God's voice blocks out every other voice, every other noise, all the chit chatter going on in your head. When God speaks, you know that it is specifically and individually God talking to you at that moment. I speak over your life that you will be able to distinguish God's voice from anybody else's voice. That you'll be able to pick God's voice out of a crowd of noise. That's what I speak over your life. Because that will immediately give God glory and honor in the fact that when he speaks, you hear. And there's no way that you can hear the voice of God and not listen and obey him. And then by doing so, not only will you give God glory, but God will do miraculous things in your life. I speak that for you today, my friend, and I hope that you accept it. God bless you.